The morning sunlight streamed through the window as Sarah adjusted her mother's blanket, carefully tucking it around her shoulders. The hospital bed, now positioned in their living room, had become the center of their world over the past few weeks. As she watched her mother's peaceful sleep, Sarah remembered the difficult conversation they'd had with Dr. Martinez just a month ago. "Your mother's cancer has progressed significantly," he had said gently. "I think it's time we discuss hospice care." And the word had initially felt like a surrender, but Sarah would soon discover it was anything but. That first meeting with the hospice team changed everything. Julie, the hospice nurse, sat with Sarah and her mother, Patricia, explaining that hospice wasn't about giving up. It was about making every remaining moment count. "Our goal," Julie had said, her warm eyes meeting Patricia's, "is to help you live as comfortably and fully as possible, surrounded by the people you love." The transformation in their daily lives was profound. Instead of rushing between medical appointments and emergency room visits, they found themselves supported by a team of professionals who came to them. The hospital bed, oxygen equipment, and medications were all delivered and managed by the hospice team. More importantly, they brought expertise and compassion that Sarah hadn't known they desperately needed. Mark, the hospice social worker, helped Sarah navigate the maze of practical and emotional challenges. When Patricia worried about leaving unfinished business, Mark helped her write letters to her grandchildren. When Sarah felt overwhelmed, he connected her with support groups and resources. "Caregiving is an act of love," he would remind her, "but you need support too." The hospice aide, Maria, came 3 times a week, helping Patricia with personal care. She taught Sarah gentle ways to help her mother bathe and change positions, turning these potentially uncomfortable moments into opportunities for dignity and connection. Patricia would often say that Maria's visits were like having a friend over for coffee. They would chat about their families while Maria helped her feel human again. One particularly difficult night, when Patricia's pain had spiked, Sarah called the 24-hour hospice line in tears. Within an hour, Julie arrived, adjusted Patricia's medications, and sat with them until the pain subsided. "This is why we're here," she assured Sarah. "You're not alone in this." The hospice chaplain, David, visited regularly, though they weren't particularly religious. He listened as Patricia shared stories from her life, helped her find meaning in her journey, and sometimes just sat quietly, providing a peaceful presence. When Sarah struggled with anticipatory grief, David offered gentle wisdom about the natural cycle of life and death. Perhaps most surprisingly, there were moments of joy. The hospice team encouraged them to celebrate small pleasures, watching favorite movies, sharing family stories, or simply enjoying the warmth of the sun through the window. They helped create space for important conversations that might otherwise have gone unspoken. As weeks passed, Patricia's condition declined, but the quality of her life improved in unexpected ways. Free from the burden of aggressive treatments, she could focus on what mattered most: time with family, comfort, and peace. The hospice team helped Sarah understand the natural signs of approaching death, preparing her gently for what was to come. When Patricia's final day arrived, it was nothing like the chaos Sarah had feared. The hospice team had prepared them well. Julie was there, ensuring Patricia was comfortable. Family members had time to say goodbye. Patricia passed peacefully in her own home, holding Sarah's hand exactly as she had wished. The support didn't end there. The hospice team continued to check on Sarah through her bereavement, helping her navigate the landscape of grief with understanding and patience. 6 months later, Sarah attended a memorial service organized by the hospice, honoring all the patients they had lost that year. Looking around at other families who had walked the same path, she finally understood that hospice care wasn't about dying. It was about living life fully until the very end. Today, Sarah often shares her story with others facing similar journeys. Hospice, she tells them, is not about giving up hope. It's about redefining hope. It's about focusing on quality of life, comfort, and meaningful moments with loved ones. It's about having experts guide you through one of life's most challenging journeys with dignity, compassion, and understanding.